Hello, hello. Good afternoon. It's Mike with FlowTrack. So I got tons of amazing updates for you guys today. Before I dive into the updates, I'm actually going to show you guys how to use SiteKit. So I don't think we ever told anyone about SiteKit or announced how to use it. So we kind of secretly released this. So let me dive in and show you what it is and how it works. So first of all, SiteKit is an app by Google. It's SiteKit by Google and includes analytics, Search Console, AdSense, page speed. It's one of the most popular WordPress plugins out there. It has 2 million active installations. Now, this is a WordPress plugin, and your FlowTrack website is not WordPress. So we did like an engineering feat to get WordPress compatibility with a FlowTrack site and a WordPress plugin. This is just the first of many to come. So we're super excited about this. This was no small feat, but let me dive in and show you how it works. So inside your system, you're going to go under Sites and you're going to click on Applications. So under Applications, you're going to see a few apps. And again, we got 2 here now, but we're going to be adding a lot more. So stay tuned. So you're going to want to go ahead and click on the Install button for the application, SiteKit, and then it's going to say, hey, what site do you want to install this on? And I'm going to say, well, I'm going to install it on my new site right here. You're just going to go ahead and click Install. Now the application's installed. So now if I see there's 2 tabs here, you got installed applications and available applications. So you can have multiple sites inside your system. Each site can have different apps, right? So I can see all the apps that are installed. I can see what site it's on, etc. And if I want to launch this app, all I got to do is click on it. And when I click on it, it's going to ask you, do you want to grant this app permission to your FlowTrack account? It's going to list the available permissions that this app needs to continue. Go ahead and click continue, and it's going to grant this app access to your FlowTrack account. Now, this is cool for many reasons, right? So first of all, you don't need to add any tracking code or anything to your website. So it takes care of all of that for you. Super easy to get started. You just need to follow this guide right here to get connected. Super easy to do. So you can go through and install that on your own site and get that all connected. Let me show you what it looks like once you do get it installed. Now, keep in mind, this is a new site. I don't have any analytics or anything on here, so there's going to be nothing, but you're going to see all your analytics inside FlowTrack. You're not going to have to leave FlowTrack. Where people are coming from, the locations, the devices. You got the Search Console, how people are finding you in Google. Right, this is amazing stuff. You also got the page speed in here. So of course you're going to see really amazing page speeds because you're using FlowTrack, right? So definitely come in and check it out. You can filter it, change the date ranges, all that stuff. And so it's just, one-click setup. There's no code. So that's the direction that we're going with this. So super amazing system. So come in and check that out. Now, let me know if you guys have any questions. I'm going to be answering them in the comments. So just type in your questions and I'm going to answer them in this video. Let's see. So the first question we got is from Brad. He says, is there an ETA for the blog feature? So I don't have an ETA on the blogging yet, and we are making some really good progress on that. The blogging is actually dependent on a lot of other things that are all interrelated. So as we get closer to the dates, I'll be able to start showing more. I did kind of sneak something the other day in the group. I don't know if anyone saw that, but go ahead and check. You're going to see something that's related to the blogging. Another one says, thanks, Mike and the team. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. The team did an amazing job on this, getting this all plugged in here. So super amazing job. And I can kind of just show you what the process is to setting up the SiteKit too while I'm waiting for more questions. So you just go ahead and click on, help us improve the experience. Click on sign in with Google. Let's see, we got some other questions. It says, can we install WordPress plugins? So today you got the WordPress plugins that are available inside FlowTrack, which is just this one. So you can go ahead and use this one, but actually let us know what WordPress plugins you want to see next added on here, because the first one's the hardest. then we'll be adding more. So I'm just going through the flow right now for the connection process with Google, verify your site ownership, all that fun stuff. Let's see. Another question is, can we migrate a Webflow site onto FlowTrack? Absolutely. But the migration process is really just building your site in FlowTrack, right? So you're going to be designing this inside FlowTrack. So if it helps, if you just export your images in advance, you can upload them to the website builder and then start dragging and dropping as well. So that's going to be the same process no matter what company you're using, Webflow, ClickFunnels, etc. So you can go ahead and do that. The next question is Facebook ads at scale. So that's from David. Good question. So I think you're talking about the tracking feature that we're adding on here. So that's going to be something that is coming soon. I also got a sneak peek of that in the group as well. So we got a cool tracking system, lets you track traffic sources, Google ads, Facebook ads, affiliates, you name it, you can track it. And of course, it's all omni-channel tracking, right? So it doesn't matter if it's a click, a call, an email, whatever. It's all tracked in the same way, which is really cool. Let's see, I'm still going through the setup process, setup Search Console, setup. So super easy setup. You can see getting this online. That's how easy it is to install SiteKit. Kevin asks, is FlowTrack using WordPress now? No way. We would never use WordPress, and we're not touching that with a 1,000-foot pole. The plugins, that's another story. So we're going to make FlowTrack WordPress compatible, so we can start adding more and more functionality that the community loves. Let's see, we got another question. It says, is there a way to trigger pipeline changes from column to column on the currently added items? Not understanding your question exactly, but I'm happy to reach out to you and answer that for you and find out how you can get that done in a flow. Let's see. There's the new site kit for the new site. It says gathering data. Cool. Let's see. We got more questions on here. We got Ray of Light Media asking, is there any plans for blueprints or templates for specific industries for our sub accounts? Absolutely. We got some really cool stuff that's coming. I can't say too much about it yet, but we did just bring on Charles onto the team. So if you guys haven't seen him yet, we're going to be introducing him in some videos, and he's actually tackling some of that right now. So I'm going to give you some more info on that shortly. And then we got Ali asking, you don't need to install the Google Tag Manager. No, you don't. So if you're just doing the site kit, right, with your the page speed and the analytics, AdSense, Search Console, all that, you don't need to use Tag Manager. Now, if you're using other tags, you can use Tag Manager. And if you want to go ahead and add custom code on your site, that process is actually super easy too. And I'll just show you where that is in case you don't already know. So you're going to open up one of your websites in here, go into the website builder, and then you have the choice of sticking the Tag Manager code or custom code on a site-wide basis or on a specific page. So if you want to do it site-wide, click on Site Settings, then click on Custom Code, and here you can put it in the header, the body start, body end, all that stuff. Super easy in there. And we also got the interaction script. This may not be super self-explanatory yet with that name, but this is basically a script that doesn't start loading until the user interacts with the page. So that could be useful for different conversion types of tracking or heat map type of tracking, stuff like that. So you got those options in there. Let's see, we got another person asking about the tracking system. Can we issue unique IDs for affiliates and then having them sign up? So absolutely. So the idea behind tracking is everything is unique because you need to have a unique ID to track it. So it's going to be a unique phone number for the call tracking. It's going to be a unique link for an affiliate or Facebook. There's always some unique aspect in there in order to be able to tie it in to the source. So absolutely. Another question we got, is there an ETA on the course portal, the LMS? So courses, LMS, that's actually related to the blogging feature. So all those things are going, at the same time. They're all related. Let's see, another question we got tons of questions today. All right. So on the calendar, is there a way for someone to sign up and trigger a flow based on the calendar? Absolutely. That is one of the triggers in the flow. So I can show you that really quick while we're in here. So you're just going to dive into the flow builder. open up one of these flows. We can pick any one of these, doesn't really matter. If you expand over the right side option over here, you're going to see triggers. You can remove and add triggers. And one of the options in here is going to be a booked meeting. So you can come in here and add that in here. It's actually going to be what is it? It's going to be this one, the input. And we'll get some of the names updated on here to have it make more sense. But when you connect your calendar, you're going to see the on your tracks page, you're going to see a new track that was created. So if you come into tracks, when you connect your calendar, this is the input of everything into FlowTrack. You can think of it as the train track on how things get to FlowTrack. So how customers find you, or how you get customers data and leads, right? They're going to come from your website. They're going to come from your forms. They're going to come from your meeting link, right? All of this, you're going to see your meeting link in here, and you're going to see what flow it triggers. And if it doesn't trigger a flow yet, you can just click on add new and connect it that way. So that's one way you can do it with the calendar sign up. Then we got another question in here. It says, help us understand why not WordPress itself, but yes to WordPress site kit. So if anyone's ever used WordPress before, you've probably had the nightmare of dealing with it. You got all these updates and security issues and plugins not compatible with different things, and breaking it and taking down your whole server, and it's really a nightmare. So it's probably one of the worst things you can ever do. It's great, it's free, it's easy, it's quick, but you always got to install a ton of plugins, and it's always a nightmare. So I'm sure you guys have had that experience. How does SEO work with FlowTrack sites? So we got all the SEO features in there. If you take the top plugins and look at that, we got everything in there. You can customize things like alt text, meta descriptions, keywords, all that stuff. And we're constantly adding more stuff in there too. Let's see, we got another question here. Is this only for Google? What happens if you use Outlook or 365? So this is the Google Analytics for your sites. So it's not going to be related to your calendar at all. Let's see, will it have the ability to create a flow? Man, we got tons of questions today. This is amazing. So will we have the ability to create a flow if a lead from a task or opportunity pipeline changes stated? Oh, I already got that one. Okay, so multiple columns, multiple calendars, ability to block out dates. So we do have something that we added on the calendar, and I don't have my calendar connected on here. But you do have the ability, and this was thanks to someone in the community. They asked to be able to create events where you can mark the event as available or busy. Sometimes you block out things on your calendar that you're going to the gym, or you're available for meetings, right? And you have this block that's available. So you see it on your calendar, but people can still book. So you can block out dates that way, either as available or busy. Multiple calendars. So right now we just have one calendar per user. So that's the way it's set up now. We do have that feature request on the roadmap. So if you guys see things on the roadmap that you love, just upvote them, because we're working that list based on the most upvotes. That's going to help tell us what to do. And then we got another person that says at some point Divi themes will be something that you can use with FlowTrack. I'm not sure about that one. I have to see. Not every plugin will be compatible with FlowTrack. We've got to see what we can do on there. And is there a way to use FlowTrack to sell tickets to an event? So absolutely. You can use FlowTrack to sell anything, right? There's people using it to sell, promo codes to restaurants. There's people using it to sell digital products, physical products. You get the ebook subscriptions, drop shippers, you name it, you can sell it. We try to make it handle every use case you can think of. Let's see, another question. Had another LMS and your theme not work, and it took down your site for 2 weeks. Not happy to be on WordPress anymore. Yes, that is the growing theme. It's great. It's like you get that honeymoon period where you're like, oh, this is amazing, it's free and WordPress. And then you got to figure out, well, I got to buy hosting, and I got to buy this plugin and that plugin, and 20 plugins later, a bunch of money, and your site going down a few times. You're not as happy about WordPress anymore. So let's see. And if that hasn't happened to you, then more power to you. That's awesome. You said, thinking of starting a digital agency for restaurants your deal still live? Yes, you can. And we do have people using FlowTrack to service restaurants. So there's definitely a good number of people, actually. I talked to 2 yesterday that were using it to serve restaurants. One was using a QR code to scan, a link to a form to capture a lead, and then it redirects them to like a menu. Another person was doing it for SMSing the promo codes for restaurant deal promotion. So there's lots of ways you can use it if you're a digital agency specifically targeting restaurants. If you want to post something in the group, I'll gladly share some cool ideas. Let's see, another question we got. Templates with full pages coming soon. Right now, they're all on one page. So what the team's actually working on next is we're going to like incredibly change how fast it is to build a web page. So today, if you start a new project, and let's do that really quick. I created a new site, and today, if you want to start a project, you can pick a template or you can start from an empty page. And so what we're going to do is we're going to make it so you can literally build a website in, 2 minutes, right? That's our goal, maybe less, right? So the idea is you're going to click this button and it's going to say, insert a section, and you'll be able to click on not just sections that you've saved, but we're going to be breaking up the templates that we already have into reusable blocks. So you just say hero block, check, FAQ block, check, and then, footer block, check. So you just start building these, building out a page like super, super quick. So stay tuned for that. We're going to be doing that. Facebook Messenger. So I just got a demo on the Facebook Messenger today, and also the Facebook lead ads. So we got that coming out really shortly. So please stay tuned for that. Let's see, does my main account get charged for a phone number while on the sub accounts? So this is a white label question. It says, does my main account get charged for a phone number while the sub accounts have credit available to use the phone service? So yes, you can set it up so your sub account does not get charged. So let's say you give $10 credit or $20 credit to your sub account, and you say the phone numbers are $2 a pop, right? So they can get 10 phone numbers in that case for free, but that still bills up to you. So you get the 70-cent phone number rates that's charged to you, and you can slice it and dice it however you want for your customers, whether you're billing them, not billing them, etc. You may bake it into the plan, right? That your plan may say, hey, you get unlimited phone numbers, right? Because you have a margin in your plan to cover that. So you can definitely do any sort of creative billing that you want. So next we got the promo code to restaurants. Tell me more. Absolutely. I will definitely chime in on the group and we'll talk about this specifically, or maybe we even do another video just on this specifically. So that one is actually a fun one. Michael says, thank you. Definitely says, thank you. I'm not sure where in Puerto Rico you live today, but raised in Fajardo. All right, perfect. So that's awesome. So I'm in Condado, so that's a good, you'll definitely know where that is, but we'll definitely have to meet up. I know Fajardo well, and then definitely perfect. I will accept your friend request. Thank you. And then can beauty salons use FlowTrack to sell gift cards? Absolutely. You can use this in like a gift card type environment. People are doing this now using the promo codes. So it might be different than a normal gift card where you can use part of the balance, right? You might have a $20 gift card and you only want to use 10 of it and they have a 10 balance. It's not going to work like that. The gift card solution or the promo code solution we have today is just promo code. So they can redeem the code. It's either used or it's not used. So keep that in mind. There is that difference today. Can people accept payments for restaurants like online ordering? You could, and you could, you could really do anything with FlowTrack, but you got to ask yourself what the user experience is. To me, that's the most important thing, the user experience. So you could accept a payment for online ordering, but you would need some sort of menu in front of that, right? Someone's going to have to select the food that they want, the quantity. They might have to put in, substitutions for the food if they want this sauce or that sauce or the side dish, whatever. And that would be a challenge in FlowTrack, right? Because FlowTrack's not made for those unique food combinations, right? So that would be one thing I would say would be kind of a stretch to use FlowTrack. You could do it, I don't think would be the best user experience, but I think using FlowTrack in combination with some sort of system that specializes in menus, right? Because you got all sorts of food substitutions and stuff like that you got to support. I'd love to talk more about that if you want to in the group. This person wants to beta test any items if needed. Thank you so much. We'll definitely let you know, and I'll start a thread on that so we can get some new beta testers. David says he loves the web builder direction. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. The team's been doing an amazing job. Global sections, headers, and footers. This person wants that to become a thing. That is going to become a thing. So that is also being worked on. So definitely stay tuned for that. Let's see. This person, Ali, is asking how to share a template with users without including it in a blueprint. So the only way to do this today is to use a blueprint. So you can actually put just one site in a blueprint and give that blueprint to a user. And it's actually really cool. I wasn't going to do a video on this today, but what the heck, we'll just throw this in here too. So imagine you have a site that looks something like this one. And this part's going to be fun. So you can customize your websites automatically in a blueprint by just using variables, right? And so I can put in a variable in here. I'm just going to type in at, and then I'm going to make up anything that I want. So I'm just going to type in company name at, right? And so what's going to happen is when the blueprint runs, we're going to tell the blueprint to search for this company name and replace it with some of the user's actual data. And you might do this at the bottom of the page too. I might put in something like at hours, right? Hours of operation at the bottom. So now I got a site with two variables. I can go ahead and I can save that. And then we can start doing a blueprint. So I save that, I exit, I go into white label, I click on blueprints, and now all I got to do is click on create blueprint, and we'll start loading up the blueprint editor, and we'll call this the site blueprint, and we'll go ahead and click continue. And in here, I can check one of my sites. Let's in custom variables. So I just click on add variable. I called it company name. And so now I can type a question to ask the user. So when they sign in to FlowTrack or they sign into your system, it's going to replace their answer to that question with the value in that template. So we can just type in a question like, what's your company name? If I can spell right? And then we can put in some default value like Acme Co. Right? And then I can type in another value like hours. What's your business hours? Right? And then we'll have an example value like 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. You don't have to actually ask the customer these questions when you're using it in a variable. So you may already have company name on your sign up form, or you may already have it on the contact, or maybe you're just doing the person's first name. So instead of having this question shown to customers, we can actually remove that, and we can just insert a variable here, and I can just put in like a company name, right? So you already have company name. Why are we going to ask them for it? You already got it. So just save that. You got a blueprint now with two variables, just one site. And so now you can use that on a customer. So super easy to use. And so there's two ways to use the blueprints. You can either add this to the package. So if someone orders this package, the blueprint's going to automatically run in the user's account. So you got that blueprint there. Or you can actually go into the database and you can come in here and just click on one of the customers, and you can go ahead and just add the blueprint to their account. Just click on this and it'll just copy it to their account. So it's going to say it's processing right here. You have this little icon while everything's being created. When it turns green, it'll be live in their account. So cool little way to get that set up. All right, so on to the next question. So if someone signs up for a meeting on a calendar, is there a way to send them a unique Zoom or invite via a trigger or webhook? So great question. The way it's set up now is the invites on the calendar is static that you set. So For example, for me, I have the Zoom, like the paid version. So my meeting link never changes. So I just put my meeting link in the meeting description. Every time someone books a meeting, it just goes out with the same link. To send them a unique Zoom or link, Zoom link, I can't think of one off the top of my head, but I'd love to chat with you more and kind of find out a way we can do that. So I don't know who wrote that comment. There's no name on that one. So if you want to send me a message, happy to help figure that out. I can't think of one off the top of my head. And then, all right, another person said we need more Ask Me Anythings from me. All right, perfect. Well, let's set this up as a recurring thing. I'm happy to do it anytime. Another person says that's really cool. Thank you. Another person says, can we share templates with other FlowTrack members and not clients on the marketplace? So that is actually something that we want to do. And we kind of laid a little bit of the groundwork for that. I don't know if you guys saw that, but when I was actually creating the blueprint in here, and actually asked me for the currency. So we got support kind of built in on the back end for that. So you can specify the price and the currency. And we're coming up with a cool way where you can share that and sell that to other users in the system. So stay tuned for that. And if you guys want that too, I think that's also on the roadmap. So go upvote that. It's going to tell us to focus more on that and get that to the top of the list. And for those of you that don't know, the roadmap is just roadmap.flowtrack.co. That's where you can find everything that we're working on that's public and some of the stuff that people are requesting too. Let's see, we got another question. Let's see. This person's asking about documentation. How can they get more documentation on the system? So if you go into FlowTrack, and this is something we're constantly evolving with and adding more as we grow. But if you go into FlowTrack on your dashboard, you're going to see a link, actually 2 links in here. You got one to the support documentation, one to the API documentation. So we do have full APIs. Every single thing you can do in the interface, you can do in the API, because our interface, our app actually uses our own API and only our own API. So different than other apps where they might have a different API for other people versus something they use for themselves. It's what we use is the exact same thing that's available to you. So definitely check out all that. Now regarding the help docs, that's the support.flowtrack.co. We do got some videos in there. We got some new things that we're getting added every day. So if you want more articles, let us know. We're trying to add articles as we go, when we get support requests and just building this out. So let us know if you have any topics that aren't there. We'll get them added for you. No problem. Let's see. Another person asked, how often does the roadmap get updated? Whenever we have time to update it, right? So we don't always update it because they're moving fast, but we try to update it when we can. We did update it last night, pushed out some changes. I'm actually going to do another video on that, but we got some cool chat features we just released. So as soon as I end this video, I'm doing another one right after. So stay tuned on that. Let's see. How is the documentation on the white label side? I just launched a new digital agency. So yeah, we got white label videos on here on setting this up for the first time. If you haven't seen this and you're not a customer yet, I would go in and actually just watch those too. You can see how easy it is, but we give you a blueprint when you sign up. So you have everything that you need to onboard a customer right away. You got the sign up forms, you got the confirmation emails, you got the landing page you can edit, you got everything in there that you need, so you can hit the ground running. And these videos are just showing you how to manually create a sub account if you're doing it manually, or how to automatically create sub accounts if you're just doing online sales. So check out these videos. They're pretty short and simple, and I think you'll be able to hit the ground running super quick. Another user is asking, will FlowTrack offer a dashboard with analytics and graphs of customer onboarding step by step? So tell us what sort of analytics and graphs you want to see. I think with some of the tracking features that we got in here, you'll be getting a lot more analytics that you'll want. But I love graphs just as much as anyone else. So let me know what you want, and we'll see what we can do. Let's see. Will the online docs be white label as well? Absolutely. So we do have the doc set up in here, so you can white label it and put your own domain on there. That's why it says online help docs, right? It doesn't say FlowTrack anywhere, and it shouldn't say FlowTrack anywhere. So let me know. We went through a lot of work to try to make sure it doesn't say FlowTrack anywhere. But as I say that, there's one thing right there. So we got some work to do on that one, and to make sure it's buttoned up. But I know for fact, all the videos, because I did the videos, but all the videos, except the quick introduction. Well, I'm sticking my foot in my mouth. So we do have most of the videos that are on the help videos site right here. So it just has this generic help videos link on there. And so check that out. And I'm going to have the team actually go through right now and remove that. So, but you can CNAME this and white label this so no one will see FlowTrack. So I'm going to go through with the team and get that buttoned up. Then this guy, Michael, says, can we clone sub accounts with all the flows and automations? So for the sub accounts clone, so I think you're basically looking at a blueprint for this. So the plot process of a sub account is you just create the sub account and then you can add the blueprint to their account. So that's something you want to look at. And then let's see, Ali is asking, what's the best way to include call flows in the blueprints? Can you do it without connecting a number? Absolutely. So you can, when you're doing a blueprint, and this is the cool thing, and this is what you're going to see when you sign up, because in our blueprint, we actually got an example phone number in there for you. It actually orders a real live phone number. So when you sign up on the white label, you got a phone number, it's connected to a call flow, it says, thank you for calling my company, push 1 for sales, etc. So you can actually load up your blueprint with phone numbers and anything else really that's in here. So when you're inside, you can select a call flow right here, or you can also select some phone numbers. So if that phone number is hooked up to a call flow, when the blueprint runs in the user's account, it's also going to be hooked up to that call flow. So remember, when you're including this phone number in their account, it's not actually giving your phone number to them. It's just saying, hey, I want this setup on this phone number to be in their account. So it's going to automatically copy all that to their system. So that's going to be the best way to do it, and that's all automated. And then we got Sarah asking, are there elements that cannot be added to the blueprint? So what you see is what you get on the blueprint. So you got websites, you got flows, you got forms, you got pipelines, phone numbers, products, packages, roles, and coupons. If you see something outside of that list that's not there, let me know and we can go ahead and get that added. And I do want to also point out, in case you guys haven't seen the other video, the pipeline actually also includes this list. So this list, when it says get online with your site, right? This list actually is a pipeline with images and buttons, right? And you can customize this. So when you load up your pipeline, a special kind of it, you can put that in a blueprint, and now your customers, when they sign up, they're going to see your step-by-step list. So super awesome way to do that. And I'll just show you where that is really quick too. So like this one right here, it says chat, add the chat widget to your website, right? It has this title, it has an icon, has some text, it has a button, has an image, right? All that's just an item in my pipeline. So I got a pipeline that I made in here called system event. And here's the to-do item right here. It says add chat widget to your website. There's the icon, there's the title, there's the URL, there's the image, and there's the description. Right, so this is a special type of pipeline item. You just have to create it in the category system event. And when it's created in the system event category, it's going to show on your system, right, as an event or a task that the user needs to do. So if you create your own pipeline like this and you use that system event category and then put this pipeline in a blueprint, now your customer is going to have custom step-by-step instructions on how to get online with your system. So if you're a restaurant marketing agency, right, you may have a contract in here they have to fill out as soon as they sign up. Click this button to sign the contract, or click this button to upload your logo, right? Go to this form, upload your logo. You might have step-by-step things they need to do. And so you can customize this for your industry, which is a really great way to get going. And then go on to the next question. Opportunity pipelines are not able to be added to blueprints. That shouldn't be the case. I haven't heard of that before. The pipelines should be the same. Pipelines are pipelines. But I'm happy to test that out with you after this call, and we can check out. Or I can just see right here, I got an opportunity pipeline called new pipeline. So I can go into my blueprint. We'll see if we got new pipeline in the list. If not, then maybe there's something we got to get changed. So let's see, we got pipeline. Yep, I think you're absolutely right. So it looks like the opportunity pipelines cannot be added to the blueprint. So thank you so much for pointing that out. I'm going to screenshot that and we'll get that to the team and get that updated. So thank you for that. At the moment, see the same comment. Is there an in-depth video on how to use pipelines? So let's do that. We'll create another one. So we'll definitely do more of that. So this was amazing. We got tons of amazing questions on here. So thank you so much, everyone. I'm going to be going live again in maybe about 5 more minutes. I'm going to be announcing some really cool things we just did on the chat. There's actually so much I got to show you on the chat. It's actually nuts what the team just got out. So thank you so much. I'm going to see you guys in about 5 minutes. And thank you so much for being a Flow Tracker. Have a wonderful day. Talk soon. Bye.